You're listening to In My Humble Opinion with Maxilia Robinson and Charles Lewis. Only on 101.3 Jams.
IMHO Talk Show. We are here, y'all. Bottom hour of today's show. Hope y'all been enjoying it. Hope you've been learning a little something. Hope you've been entertained as well. And we still here for you, Sir Charles, Miss Max, and Razor. And man, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited to have these next brothers with us, to have a little conversation. We are joined by a couple of the homies from Peace in the Streets. Gentlemen, man, good afternoon to y'all, gentlemen. We got Josh and we have Jamey on the line with us. How y'all feeling today?
We doing good, man. How about y'all?
Good. Hey, man, blessed, brother. Yeah, man. Blessed, and glad to have you guys on representing Peace in the Streets, because folks know about, the stats and whatnot that was going on, within the city. There was a increase in crime and whatnot. And so, we've championed and, been proponents of, folks just being involved, man. So thank y'all for getting involved with Peace in the Streets. So that being said, break it down for us, man. Like, what is Peace in the Streets about? Like, how'd y'all come together, man?
Well, we all know each other from the streets. We all knew each other from the streets. We all had differences in the streets and things. And that's how we are proven examples of peace in the street, because all of us come from different backgrounds. All of us come from different sides of towns, and all of us once had an issue with each other over something, and we all grew past it. And that's what we bring to the table as Peace in the Street. You can actually see the peace within us, because all of us, even people in the streets, can look and say, how did that group get together? So that's the peace part of it right there. We sit down, we talked our differences through, we got through it, and now we just trying to reach the youth with it. Let the youth know that, you don't have to go down this road of trying to prove yourself streetwise. You can be a grown man at a young age with grown man decisions.
Yeah. Bro, that's deep. Like I didn't even know that, Razor. That story in itself of brothers getting together who used to have issues with each other and displaying that conflict resolution, man. Like, that is deep. I definitely applaud y'all for that, man. Thinking bigger than yourselves, man. It's for the future. But so tell us, who all's involved in it, because I know y'all have a group of brothers that got together. So who are the organizers and tell us about that.
Well, the guys who really formulated is Nicholas Fagans and Robert Gray. Them guys been doing this for so long, so we was kind of honored that they reached out to us, and brought us along with them to try to do this, to try to really reach the streets. So them are the two that actually started this and put it together. But we just, like you said, we honored that they brought us on to it, and we're gonna put our foot forward to make sure that we live up to what they they expecting us to do.
Nice.
And we still other members of the group is Jonathan Barrataz, that's it after that's it after that. But like you said, each person is from a different side of town. So when it's time to reach out, I might be from First Street, so I'm familiar with First Street. So I go to First Street if it's a problem.
Yeah,
it's easier for him to talk to us. Like, it's really we want to stop it before police get involved, because in the community, police really scared. Community scared of the police. If it's something not major and we can handle, we gonna hash it out. But if the police get involved, we step away.
I feel you.
So let me ask.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I was just gonna ask a question. So the murder rate started picking up in neighborhoods that you're very familiar with, maybe even from. What's that conversation like when you guys get together and it's like, hey, we got to do something. We got to stop killing each other. What can we do? Can you walk us through that conversation a little bit?
The conversation is all of us have kids. We have kids in the community. You know what I'm saying? We try to protect the kids. They our future. So we come to we talk. We just everybody got kids out. So it's more or less like what we gonna do for our youth. We done went down roads and done time and I feel like myself. I've done enough time for mine and the future.
Word, man. Man, appreciate that insight. So, like, let the folks know, like, some of the events that you guys have
Hold on, Charles, before we get to that point.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Razor.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Razor.
All right, what's going on, bro?
Chilling. All right, now, you get the call. You got a family. You leave your family to go. You know, I don't want to name any particular area. I'm just saying, one of y'all get the call to come. I'm a hothead, right?
Yeah.
I got the hammer on me.
Yeah.
I've been disrespected. I gotta put in this work in my mind.
Fact.
You come up to me. What's your de-escalation process? Because you want to get home to your family too. You're trying to save me from myself and making a bad decision that you know I really don't want to make. What's your de-escalation protocol?
See, me personally, being from the streets and being once a hothead and understanding it, I think that your approach to any situation is it will kind of like formulate the outcome of it. You feel me? If I approach a person that has been disrespected and all this with authority, he's not trying to hear me.
That's right.
He don't want to hear nothing. But if I approach him as a young brother, just who he is, you know, and try to give him a different outlook on his thing. Because, you know, 90% of us or 100% of us that's from the streets, we feel like what we learned is right. You feel me? What we've seen in movies and what we hear in this music and what everything is the way it should go. So I feel like when you approach a situation with intelligence, with, you know, leadership and with, you know, things like that, and you actually give a person a vision, because I think it's important that you give a person a vision of where you're gonna go, you know what I'm saying? Because I was once told you can be 3 S's in life. You can be scared, stupid, or smart. It's obvious you're not scared out here because you out here moving the way you move. Either you're gonna be stupid or smart right now. Which one you want to be, bro? Because honestly, answer the question. Where do you want to go in life? Yeah. If you can answer my question, where you want to go in life, what you're doing right now, you're not gonna get there. So let's come up with a better way of dealing with this problem here, because the way you're going, you're gonna adopt the S that no one wants to adopt, and that's the stupid side of it.
Yeah, that's deep, man.
So
appreciate that word.
And so how do you work to not only kill it in that moment, but permanent? You know what I'm saying? The situation.
I feel like, you know, if you want to kill it all the way, then I feel like it's important. That's the important side of it, is that you get them two together. You just can't talk to one and then talk to one and then think that it's there, because they never hashed their issues out.
Right.
So I feel like I said, when you come with leadership, when you come with respect and stuff like that, you teaching somebody something in that moment, because they once looked at you as this person that will go, the person that keep that on them, that person that do this type of thing. So when you come to them in that respectful manner and all that, and then, you know, you teach them. In the process, is always each one teach one. He may teach me something in the process of me trying to teach him something. But I feel like the most important thing to do in a situation right there is teach him how to talk to somebody, teach both of them how to talk to somebody. So therefore, when the time comes for them to sit down, they will both understand that this is not about trying to kill each other. This is about how can we live life, even with differences, and continue to live life.
Yeah.
Question. All right. My last question for the fellas. Now, do y'all find it more difficult to get through the young ladies that have issues, even though it's the men that's killing each other?
Good question.
To be for real, like, we have a lot of domestic violence, so it's easier for the ladies to call, even set up. It could be anything with baby fathers, just somebody to hear both sides. But we have resources for young ladies too, because if they might not feel comfortable talking to us, So,
well, I didn't even know. I'm glad you said it. I didn't even think about the domestic violence part of it. I was just thinking about two dudes. You know?
Yeah, no. We deal with we well rounded. We deal with it's more than just that. It's domestic violence. Even as kids, when you was young and you was trapped somewhere, you'd do something crazy, steal a bike, knock on what you can call. We provide Ubers. You know what I'm saying? Just to, it's more than just about the shootings in the street. So we definitely well rounded. But females. But to answer your questions for the females, if they don't feel comfortable, we do have a female that got a lot of resources within the community that we can have them sit down, talk to, you know what I'm saying, and air out their differences or what they need or what they trying to do. I will let them answer.
But I mean, to piggyback off of that on your question, so I do think it's more. I think it's more, complicated to deal with a young male because of what he has seen in movies, what he has seen in TV. I think more women in life. I think women become more mature faster than men.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I feel like being a young man in the streets, and you got this image, and you got this this T2G thing on you, and I feel like I really feel like it's more complicated to deal with a young individual that has no leadership role in his life. So I feel like that's the complicated one, because like the woman asked, she said, how do we continue to keep it stopped? That's where, you feel me, we have to have a lot more men out here that has graduated from the streets, that has even if you ain't on Peace in the Streets and nothing like that, even if you came out of this street life thing and now you got a job and stuff, it's your turn to step up too. You feel me?
Facts.
You out there, man. You see this, man. People respect you. You see these little kids walking past, speaking to you. You got a voice just like we got a voice, bro. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So I feel like it's a lot more difficult to deal with the males, just because once that you have that conversation with him, it's no one there to continue to have that conversation with him, to continue embed these things into him.
Has the city helped you at all?
Not everything we doing right now. We doing on our own, but we are that thing I can't speak about right now. I should have rephrased that. What resources or services would help the mission that y'all are doing that you don't currently have? For real, I'm gonna say anything, because what we doing right now, and hold on, I'm gonna answer that to get back on that one question. After we had to sit down with the men, we also do like a peace circle.
Okay.
What we we'll end up bringing them to the peace circle and just build, talk. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
That's
my point.
Yeah, honestly, with the resources and things, like, I think that anything will help, but it's not an obligation to us. You feel me? Because it costs nothing. It costs nothing for you to call my phone and ask me to come over there and holler at you, or to try to fix a situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That don't cost nothing. Now, if they reach out and try to expand ours towards something that they feel, and we sit down and we have a conversation about it, and it lines up with what we trying to do, then yes. But as far as us reaching for money and reaching for this, for that, and reaching for this, for that, I feel like it don't cost nothing for me to pull up in a situation and try to de-escalate it.
I feel you. Okay. Nice.
I got a question for you. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
As you also can tell on our page, Peace in the Streets, on Facebook, like, we doing a lot of stuff on our own right now. It ain't we ain't just saying we doing it. We actually showing improvement.
Right.
Like, we wasn't looking for no spotlight. We was just feeling like if we can reach one person, it means something.
Has the work that you guys are doing really shown you that you can actually police yourselves, which is what a lot of the community says that you can do, that you don't need the police, you can police yourselves? Or
but
do you feel like this is something that, do you feel like this is something that you see the benefit of having the police when worse comes to worse? Like you actually have to do this in tandem or in partnership with the police. What do you think?
No, like the police yourself and the partnership with the police, like that right there, that scares the youth off. You understand that just saying that we are policing them, that's a
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Like the
It's the word alone.
They too young to see past that. So we definitely not, like we the level before it had to go there.
Yeah. Now let me ask you though about like what's working, man, because I know one thing that came up was that the kids just don't have enough to do. You know, it's like they're not going to school. So I'm curious on like what's been like maybe the top 1 or 2 things like that y'all are getting like from them as far as reasons and like how do you like what's some things that you've done, these events you're having, what have you done?
We had an NBA 2K tournament on Friday nights. We take our time on Fridays. We take instead of doing what we can do, we with the community. We have different little tournaments. We looking to do basketball, boxing. We reaching out to different people to just try to switch it up, and not just that. We gonna start doing curriculums with them. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them about us first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of there's a lot we trying to do. We just trying to fit it all in together. Yeah. But we if you check the page out, we got game night on there.
Right.
Giveaways. We in the community feeding Happy Meals. We just put 80 over Prospect, 50 over First Street.
That's dope.
Garrett Square, 6th Street, Orangedale. A lot of more coming up.
Yeah.
Charles, the only thing I have, man, like these guys are doing great work, and I have no idea what your financial help is coming from, like the city or the government entities. Let me say that, right? But I look at it almost like they're out there giving their time, sacrificing their own health, their safety, right? And I compare it to the way things were when it came to crack for the black community. When it started affecting other communities, then it became opioid crisis, and then it became where all the help and all the services came in. So it's almost like because it's us that's being affected with the violence, the importance isn't there for people to put their resources on it. So everybody want to put a microscope on them and watch to see what they're doing, but don't really want to invest something into them. Yeah. I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So I commend y'all for what y'all are doing. I know y'all can't speak on it in depth too far, but it's just, I mean, from the news articles that I read, I hear them talking about all the good work that you're doing, but I don't see nobody jumping out there to say, look, let me fund y'all and let's do these things right here. So.
Right. And can I just say before you jump in there, like, I guess the elephant in the room on that particular question is that what people are looking at is black people who've had a criminal background, who may have had a criminal background, who are street people, who are asking for resource, money, namely, that we don't know how they're going to use it. We don't know that. Like, that's just the elephant in the room in terms of the people that could potentially support you, right? Like, they don't want to say those are our apprehensions out front. But let's be honest, those are their real apprehensions. But if the goal is to save lives, as the, lip service says, if that's the goal, then there ought to be somebody out there that's willing to get behind what you're doing, especially if they can see the results of your work.
Absolutely.
I completely understand what you're saying, but it's so weird to me to actually grab what you just said, because we actually think about, we actually talk about that too. It's like they will pay, and like, let me go into this first, that it's nothing about money, but they will pay a person who reads and studies something about these people to actually counsel these people, but you will not look into actually paying and actually supporting a person who actually been through what this child's going through. I have the blueprint for this child. You feel me? Because I've been through what he's been through. You feel me? I got the blueprint for it. You can't read what he's been through in the book. Right. It's mental. This is mental. You sitting here trying to attack his mental through something you wrote, through something you read in the book. It will never happen. That's why 90% of the kids who go through all of these programs with the cities and all this, they end up still being the same person because they can't relate to nobody that's talking to them.
That's right.
That's facts, man.
So can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and this probably should have came much earlier on, but because you said that, what, rather than somebody studying some statistics and telling us why there may be an increase in violence, what do you feel as a community member has caused the increase in violence?
As a community member, what I kind of like really see is is what's going on with the violence and things is, if you pay attention, when the schools was open and all that, it was violence, but it wasn't the way it was.
I was going to ask that.
Now that schools are closed, and let's just be real about this.
Yeah.
How many kids has access to Wi-Fi and computers and all this type of stuff in these inner neighborhoods, these neighborhoods that they call hoods, that is labeled. You feel me? So when these kids is on, 90% of the kids in the world, I think this is just I think has ADHD. You feel me? Their attention, or you can't keep their attention that long.
Right.
You expect this child that's from the hood, that comes outside every single day, you take him out of an environment where he's forced to learn. You take him out of that environment, and then you tell him to sit on his bed or on his couch or anywhere and look at a computer screen for 8 hours a day. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You feel me? The people that benefit from this is grown-ups, is family members that's fortunate enough to hire someone to come to their home and actually teach their kid and actually do this.
I feel you.
People in these little kids in these projects and stuff, they don't have the resources. They don't have none of this to actually continue their learning and all this. So what do they turn to? What do they turn to? They turn to what they know. They turn to what's comfortable to them. And and it's just starting to go completely out of control now. You feel me?
Yeah, man. That's spot on.
I feel like it's just not enough out here to do for the community. Like when we was younger, they had Carver Rec, the skating rink. And you had not saying you had father figures there, you had grown-ups there that actually cared. There's just not enough going on with the community. If we had more stuff in the community for the youth, it'll be less violence. It'll be more time learning or having fun than beefing and saying my side or your side.
Right.
So I think as soon as we get more in our communities, the less violence we'll get.
Right.
I feel you, man. And before I kick it over to Max, man, like that, what that made me think about, y'all, is like when I was coming up, when I was a teenager, man, like coming from the county and like going to events right here in the city, right? Sometimes there would be, some tension, you know what I mean? Like I may run across another dude, we don't know each other, you know what I mean? Like we may be looking at the same shorty, things like that, right? And then, but one thing I did though was join the Music Resource Center, so I just wanted to shout them out, back when Clee and Ivan Orr and those folks were there, man, because I was able to meet a lot of the brothers, you know what I mean? Like from the city there at the center. So then when we see each other out, then, then it's all love because we know each other, so those resources are important.
See, we got a thing with the I Feel Famous. Shout out to John Doe and Quell 700. They do the music thing too, and they told us that we had the kids, we can bring them there and they'll teach them how to work the equipment. And so it's stuff trying to open back, but also they need resources as well.
Yeah.
So I think soon as we can get a grip on our community and start having avenues, that's when the violence will slow down.
That's right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, brothers.
So before we let you get out of here, somebody wants to help. Somebody thinks you're doing good work. What's the vetting process to be a mentor on the ground like you guys? Like, just give you a call, send an email. How does that work?
Yeah, we
You could just you could call our resource line. You can actually link with us. Like, we ain't hard to find. Everybody know exactly who we are.
We got a web.
You know, we got a website. We got all that. The more the better. Like I said,
right.
The more the better. The more the better. It's only 6-7 of us right now. If we could get, you know, like I said, I need people to understand it's not about the money. This is about us saving our youth. And that's white or black. That's no colorblind. Colorblind when it comes to this. This is all about saving our youth. This is about us coming together as people and actually saving these kids. You feel me?
Right.
And this the community resource line number that if they want to contact is the number 434-281-2387.
All right. Thank y'all, man. Josh and Jamey, man. Thank y'all, brothers.
All right. Thank y'all, man.
Yep. Appreciate everything y'all do, man.
Good work.